Today we're back with the OCDRC SB18 Buggy kit. Pretty pumped with how this build came out initially. I've had a lot of fun with this buggy build. We're going to do something different today. We're going to convert it to four-wheel steering. I got the Meus Racing isokinetic three-piece axles for the TRX4M. They sell this in a four-wheel steering kit. Also got our hands on the OCDRC NSDRC servos. We're going to put these in here front and back, so this thing's going to have some major steering power. I'm pumped for this because this is going to drop this thing down. It's got the portal axles now, which is great for the ground clearance and the functionality that they give you, but I feel like it sits up too high, so I'm really excited to go to the straight axles with the Meus versions here. So I'm trying to make this little buggy into a miniature version of my Capra, the big dog right here. The big one is a four-wheel steer Capra 1.9, so we're going to get this a little bit closer by putting the four-wheel steering on this one. So we'll have a little mini-me here. Also got some shorter shocks for this too. I'm running the 59mm Enduro shocks on this currently. It's got lots of flex on it, but again, it contributes to the high ride height. I might try these with the straight axles and see if it brings the height down to where I want it. So here's the isokinetic axles. Was initially hesitant to buy these axles for the four-wheel steering kit because they have these big, beefy knuckles on them. When I do a four-wheel steering, I try to strip the rear end from as much weight as possible. So I was skeptical of these in the back because of those big knuckles. But Meus Racing is pretty clever, and they've thought of this, and what they've done to help with this is do an aluminum axle housing on the rear axle. You still get the heavy brass knuckles on here, but they do trim some weight with the aluminum housing because the front axle that they give you is solid brass. So there's a noticeable weight difference between the two of these here. Just looking this up real quick here. So the front axle, the brass axle, is 123 grams. The aluminum axle that's going to go on the rear is 100 grams on it. So you get about 23 grams of weight bias up front. I've also got heavy brass rings in the front wheels here, aluminum in the back. So I am trying to mitigate the weight in the rear as much as I can. But these axles are going to be totally worth it, I think, because they are super rad. You're going to get plus 5mm of track width on these things over the stock TRX4M axles. You get the lay down servo mounts that bolt right up there. The greatest feature probably is the 52-degree angle with the steering on it. Super aggressive steering on these and nice smooth action at that extreme angle. These are excellent, excellent axles. To steer those, I mentioned we got the NSDRC OCDRC servos. We got a pair of these, one for the front and back. This is a nice servo offer from OCDRC. Their branded version of the NSDRC RS100, which is a super powerful micro servo. This thing's gonna be able to run up to 8.4 volts. Speed at that thing's 0.06 seconds with 197 ounces of torque. These servos are no joke. $55.99 for these servos. They don't come with an aluminum horn or anything. You do get the standard plastic horns. I like these. It's got the servo wire comes out the back, so no clearance issues on this. Cool. Well, I'm super excited for this. We got some great parts to go on this thing. So I'm going to make the swap, get this all installed, and I will see you guys back when it's all done. Here we are, guys. Check this thing out. Don't you just love those projects where everything goes together super smooth, everything bolts right up, there's no issues? Yeah, this wasn't one of those. A wicked hard time with the front axles. The pivot hardware from the stock linkage would not go in hardly any of the points. I had to swap out the pivot hardware with some extra units that I had from my hardware kit. Thankfully, I had enough to get the front end situated. The rear aluminum housing seemed to be totally fine. But once I got through those hurdles, everything went fine, and this thing looks super rad. These axles did exactly what I was hoping they would do, and they slammed the thing right down. Totally changes the profile of this truck. Now it's got just a great low slung stance to it. Looks super sharp. And those 59mm shocks, I don't think they're gonna cause any issues. I mean, it's got a lot of axle drop. We'll see how it performs. But from a stance standpoint, they definitely don't seem to be hindering it. Now this is without the springs. The production version of this kit will actually come with a set of springs to give it the optimal ride height. Mine was a prototype design, so I don't have any, but running it without springs is fine by me. Those servos are pretty powerful. I haven't gone in and adjusted the BEC output or anything. The NSDRC servo is a beast anyway, so I was expecting great performance, and we definitely got it with these things. Tons of steering angle on those axles. Crazy, crazy angle, 52 degrees. Now we got it on the front and the back. I've got the steering hooked up to my Radio Link, my RC8X. I run it on the knob, so I can use my thumb there for quick adjustment Works really good. If I'm getting, it's rubbing on the body over here. I have to adjust my endpoints a little bit. That's the thing with those Mias axles. The steering angle is so extreme. Sometimes you get into trouble in that regard. There we go. Look at that. Love it. The four-wheel steering looks super good on this thing. Curious what the weight distribution is on this. Let's check it out. Oh, pretty solid, actually. 56% front, 44% rear. I'm pretty pumped with that. That's better than I was expecting. That's with the battery installed. I got my little Gens Ace in the rear. So 56 front, 44 rear, 50-50 weight bias, left to right. All right, well, I am pumped to go run this thing. So we're going to take it out. We're going to hit the rocks. I'm actually going to Maine this weekend for Easter weekend to go spend it with the family. We're going to bring this little bugger. We'll bring her big sister too, and we'll go hit the rocks with both of these and have some fun. Prospect Harbor, Maine, out here with the baby Capra, the SB18 Buggy kit. Also got the big Capra down here as well. I'm here at Rest Ashore Cottages. This is my daughter's place. Beautiful spot right here on the ocean. We got great views. We also got great rocks for low tide. We're gonna go out and have some fun with the new Buggy kit. Probably run the big Capra too. All right, out here with the Buggy. It's gonna be a little tricky out here to trying to find stuff, stay out of the salt water. We'll go up on these big rocks, see how it does. Oh, the longer wheelbase with the high trail setup works great here. And that low center of gravity now with the straight axle is so much better. Got some good spots here. And I want to stay out of the tide pool because I don't want to rust this thing. New gripper tires are working great out here too. Nice. For power plant on this thing, this is running the FuryTech Unity. If you haven't seen my first video, this is a 2-in-1 combo from FuryTech. Basically the Cedar Inrunner brushless motor with the integrated ESC. Great setup on this thing. I really like it. Look at this incline. Try to come along this drop here. There's a little ridge that we can go down, climb back up the rocks on the other side. Boy, the thing's sticking so good. Getting closer to the water's edge here, but finding some good spots. I always give this thing a bath afterwards. Really digging this setup. The lower center of gravity and the four-wheel steering really have totally unlocked this chassis. I feel it was good before, but way better now. Nice. Try something a little more technical. I'm gonna try to drop down into this hole and come out that sharp edge over there. I gotta be careful because there's a big tide pool on the other side. Try to swing that back end around. The servos are super strong. It will pull the truck right around. Oh, there we go. battling right now. Oh, we got it. That was a tough one. I am loving this kit right now. Super capable. This is on wet, slimy ocean rocks too. A little trouble here. Get that front end over. There we go. Get that thing just float right over there. So good. They love these coastal rocks. It's just a gold mine for good lines. Noticing that the servo rubbing on my chassis up there is rubbing my paint off. That's all right. Got a good drop off right here. This is gonna be real steep. Thing's got a good angled skid on it, which really helps with these breakovers and things too. Rear tire, that passenger side tire right there. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a bypass here. Strong side hill right there. We can go up this. Boy, the new gripper tires are no joke. A couple more lines. I'm having a blast with this thing out here. I'm going to explore some other spots, but boy, this thing is super capable. Look at that. Awesome. The four-wheel steering on this is great. Not necessary, I don't think. The straight axles alone would, look at that thing. The straight axles alone on this would make a huge improvement. Oh, geez, I thought I was going off the cliff. So I don't think the four-wheel steering is 100% necessary. It certainly adds to the functionality, but the low slung stance really wakes this chassis up. A lot of performance out of this thing beyond what I initially had with the portals on it. So I'm stoked with it. This was a fun project. This build just keeps getting better. Really happy with the whole combo. Try this one last set of lines here. Not feeling like the long shocks are hurting me, so I'll probably leave those on there. They seem to do just fine. Great turning radius. So good. Yeah, this thing's a unit right now. Try one more line. Hope I can climb up out of this hole here. I think these things are going to grip. Look at the angle on that. I don't know if that translates on camera. This is super nasty. Holy cow, it's going to do it. That was awesome. That's a great way to end it right there. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. I had a great time with this buggy. I'm going to keep running on these rocks. Virtually endless lines out here. The more I drive, the more I find. So I'm going to keep playing with it, having a great time. But this was a great conversion. Super glad I did the swap. Bringing that center of gravity down really woke up this chassis kit. The SB18, shout out to OCDRC. This is a great kit. Really enjoying this thing. The great servos on there as well. All this stuff is available from them. I will link it down in the description. Remember, you can use my discount code CAPE and save 5% on this kit, which has also been reduced to $69.99. They listen to us, listen to you guys in the comments. reduce the price. So shout out to them. Check them out in the links below. Guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the new SB18 setup here? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.